Well lads, you've seen my January transfer videos so far, where I've spoken about a lot of different clubs within the SPFL, including my own team Dunfermline. Well, here's my chance to shine and be the scouting team for Dunfermline Athletic Football Club this January. Right lads, welcome back to another video, and this one, as I said, is going to be me explaining what I think Dunfermline need in this January window. Now I say what because it is more about the position that we need rather than what specific player I think we should bring in. I do have a couple of examples of players that we could bring in that seem relatively realistic. And also, there would be no point in me making this video and you listening to it if I didn't give a couple of examples on players that I might be interested in. It makes for good content, so let's roll with it. So, the position that I think Dunfermline Athletic need in this January window is striker. Now yes, I know, everyone says that they want their team to sign a new striker, but really Dunfermline's one key area that they've lacked for this season is depth in the striker area. Yes, Declan McManus is, I believe, joint top scorer in the Championship at this present moment, and Kevin O'Hara does have a decent record coming off the bench. It's not like they've not been scoring goals. However, depth in that area is required in my opinion, because if one of those gets injured, you're left with just one available, and then the kind of options around that are young guys. Also, there isn't a lot of movement in that area if there is an injury to one of the two main men, and Declan McManus has been the main guy from the start of games for the majority of this season. Kevin O'Hara, as I said, has been the man off the bench. They've both performed relatively well, but as I said, you do need more than that if you're going to sustain it for a season, because going through a full season without an injury to any of your key strikers, it's quite unlikely that that's going to happen. It would be a perfect scenario, but we all know football is never the perfect scenario throughout a full season. You could be going along like this, and then bang, your car's been written off and thrown to the scrapyard. So, with that in mind, I've told you what position I think Dunfermline will need to strengthen in this January. Now, let's move on to two players that I think would be suitable and realistic targets for Dunfermline to at least consider this January window. So first up, I'm going to chat about Dundee United's currently player Cammy Smith. With Dundee United's financial worries coming into play just recently, where the players have had to take wage cuts due to the coronavirus pandemic, and then consequently losing Paul McMillan pre-contract to Dundee because they just simply couldn't offer him a contract. They're not in the place right now to be able to offer him a contract. Cammy Smith is set to leave Tannadice at the end of January, and that is music to my ears, if I'm being quite honest. I've ranted and raved about Cammy Smith for a long time now, and I believe at the start of the season I included him in my kind of transfer list type video of players I wanted to see us sign. Cammy Smith is just one that I've been wanting him to pull on a Pars jersey for, I don't know, since his St Mirren days, and before that. He's just always been a player that I've admired. So I would want Cammy Smith to join our club. Now, I can hear what he is already saying, but he's already played for two clubs. He cannot play for Dunfermline this season. Well, you're wrong. 11th of June 2020, the Daily Mail revealed that players will be allowed to play for three clubs in one season for the 2020-21 campaign, with FIFA going on to state that players will be allowed to play for up to three clubs instead of two during the course of a season, in a temporary rule change to alleviate the effects of the coronavirus pandemic on sport. The global body added that the move was to avoid any concerns regarding unemployed players. And if you did see the floral phone case, it's Jen's phone case. Don't worry. So as I said, this Cammy Smith deal is music to my ears in my opinion. There is no excuse now. Three clubs that a player can play for. It is to alleviate unemployed players, which Cammy Smith will be once his Dundee United contract runs out. His obvious move is to go back to Ayr, but does he want to be involved in a more of a mid-table / maybe just pushing for the promotion playoffs, or does he want to go for an actual promotion push with the mighty Pars? I know what one I'd pick. The second player I'm going to touch on him a tad less, because I don't think it's going to have as much legs to it as I would perhaps like it to have. Jack Hamilton was on loan from Livingston to East Fife for the first half of this season, and he scored 9 goals in 13 appearances. East Fife fans were raving about him, and I know I've got a few East Fife fans on this channel, subscribing to the channel, and probably watching this video right now and thinking, nah, we want him back. And I can completely understand that, and David Martindale has actually left the door open for that type of move. I would like to thank East Fife for allowing Jack's loan deal to be cut short, but will stress that there may be the option for Jack to rejoin them later in the window. So there's the reason why I'm not going to focus on this one too much. He's a very good striker with good potential. Obviously, he scored goals at League One level, and Dunfermline have a reputation now for bringing in the players that have scored well in the third tier of Scottish football. Declan McManus, Kevin Nisbet, we had Faisal at the time, Michael Moffat signed for us, Nicky Clark signed for us. We have a reputation. But because David Martindale himself has left that door open for East Fife to be the club that Jack returns to, I don't personally see him going against that and allowing him to go to another club. If Dunfermline come in, maybe Jack Hamilton want to test himself at a higher level, and I would certainly like to see it because I think he'd be a bit of a different option for us, more of a target man type player, and one that has, as I said, scored goals at a decent level. One that has seen one of our main strikers at the moment, Declan McManus, score goals in last season. So you can't turn your nose up at it, but I do see this one being less likely because of what David Martindale said there. So there we have it. That is going to be that for who and what I think Dunfermline need in this January transfer window. Maybe with a sprinkling of contract extensions in there as well, but we can talk about that at a later date. Save that one for another video when I'm struggling for ideas at one point. But that's it for this video, guys. Cheers for watching. If you did enjoy it, please go a like, comment down below with your thoughts on the transfers and the players and area of the pitch that I've spoken about there. Who do you think Dunfermline could bring in? Subscribe for more of this type of content. And until the next video, I'll see you then. Cheers, guys.